Hey guys, hello and welcome. I just have this one plant here to show you guys today. This over here is Astilbe. I used to call it Astilbe at one point, and then someone corrected me, and then I was like, oh snap, I have no idea what I'm talking about. And then I learned a little bit more about this plant, and now I have one. So this over here is in the Saxifragaceae family, or Saxifragaceae. It's Astilbe, also known as false goat's beard, and it just has this really interesting compound leaf. So this here has a really feathery type of a plumage of foliage, and just this really interesting complex inflorescence of flowers. So this one right over here is just about to go into flower. I think this one will be pink. The variety that I'm growing right now is called Erica. It's cold hardy to about negative 34 degrees Celsius, and its heat tolerance is about 32 degrees Celsius. I find that they really start to kind of cook and don't do very well if it gets too hot. So this here is a really shade-savvy plant. It's native to the ravines in the central United States and eastern coastal United States. So Iowa, Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, the Carolinas, those types of areas. And it grows in shaded deciduous forests with very peat-heavy soils. So it's suitable as a container plant. I just picked this one up from the nursery a couple of days ago. They're relatively inexpensive, so I got this one here for like $6 something, $6.98 in Canadian dollars. So I guess that's pretty reasonable. If you're in the States, that's about $4.20, $4.30, 40 cents American. So they're relatively inexpensive. This is a perennial plant. It's very long-lived if you give it what it wants, which is really good drainage, dappled, filtered, shady light scenarios, and a lot of fiber in the soil. You can grow these for easily 10, 15 years. You can divide them from tiny little rhizomatous cuttings. I don't know if you can see here, this one's already starting to basically create its own little colony. And yeah, so another few things that I want to say about this plant. Sorry, I'm getting a mosquito bite on my leg. Oh my gosh, so many mosquitoes back here. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so it's a herbaceous perennial plant, so it dies right back down to the ground in the winter time. You don't really have to mulch it or really do any sort of preparation to prepare the root zone for the frost, because it is very cold hardy. But you have to make sure that it has decently good drainage, because otherwise you'll get a little bit of rot at the base, and it's very susceptible to several root diseases such as Pythium. So I think that's just another thing I should note about this plant. It's not edible, unfortunately. What else should I say? It's a little bit aromatic. It has these really fuzzy lower branches and stems, just tiny little fuzz to them. It's not prickly by any means. It's quite a gentle plant. Another thing I will say is they don't have very aggressive root systems. So as I said, I just got this one from the store, and I'm already noticing a little bit of like clover. That's essentially just attacking this poor little guy, so I'm just going to try to pull that out right now. See what I mean? Like a little bit of clover weed. So make sure that you like regularly weed around this plant just to kind of keep it full. I recommend cutting it back a little bit just to you know, kind of the canopy level, so just cut off bloom stalks after they've faded. If you let it go to seed, I find that's at the expense of several of your bloom stalks later on in the season. There's like a little bug here too. They come in shades of pastel pink, purple, white, almost like an off red color. I think I still have the tag, just a sec. Yeah, this is kind of what you can expect. So they bloom in mid to late summer, sometimes even into the fall. They have this really nice, it almost reminds me like a salvia type of flower. And yeah, or like an amaranth or something like that. This here is a mounding variety. Some of them are a little taller. They're usually around 3 feet tall, like at maturity. And I think they almost resemble like a peony or something like that. So that's just my quick little video on Astilbe, not Astilbe. I learned my lesson there. It's not pronounced Astilbe, it's Astilbe. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys stay blessed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And oh man, I didn't even talk about pests. So this here is susceptible to scale. It's also susceptible to whitefly. It's also susceptible to getting attacked by tiny little beetles and stuff like that too. So I highly recommend just spraying a little bit of vinegar around it. I find that helps keep them at bay. They just really don't like the odor of vinegar. And yeah, it doesn't really have any problems with slugs or anything like that. You'll get a little bit of dieback on occasion, but that's perfectly normal. And I just wanted to show you the natural coloration of like when it unfurls. It's a little bit kind of brown in color. So do not be alarmed by that. That's just how it naturally starts coming out and growing. Yeah. So that's Astilbe. Have a good day, and just stay blessed and be happy out there, you guys. I hope you guys really get a chance to enjoy nature safely. And for all of you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, have a wonderful summer. For the few of you in the Southern Hemisphere, I hope you guys have a fantastic winter. And I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, bye.